Hey guys, welcome to my channel. You're watching Swoosh and I'm Shanwell. Let's get started. Today, we'll be speaking about machine learning and artificial intelligence. So, what is machine learning and artificial intelligence? This is a branch of CS that is gaining a lot of popularity these days. I guess most of you will be knowing what is machine learning or have heard about it on newspapers or articles or here and there. To those who are completely new to this topic, let me explain. It's basically developing a software or a model that can train and learn by its experience and improve its performance. So basically, consider a small kid. When the kid is like really small, it doesn't understand what's going on around it. So what the kid tries to do is it learns from its surrounding. It hears stuff, it sees things, and whenever the parents guide it, so the kid behaves appropriately. So this is called learning. The same method is applied to our machine learning models. So what machine learning is basically making a machine learn from its experience and given data without explicitly having to program the commands. A really basic example of machine learning is a spam classifier in your emails. A spam classifier classifies the incoming mail as spam or not based on the given keywords it has to train on. The more the accuracy of the model, the better it is at predicting whether the thing is a scam or not. So there are multiple fields in AI, and machine learning is one of them. Natural language processing is one of them. Deep learning is a sub branch of machine learning. These days, phones have launched AI cameras, as they are known. They detect scenes and adjust your camera settings to match the best settings for the perfect photograph, as they call it. This is done by extracting features from your from the viewfinder of your camera. So if you basically think there's a scene where there's grass and trees and a beautiful lake and stuff, it might identify it as a scene or nature or something like that. So it boosts up the saturation, color levels, white balance, and everything. So what do people with businesses do? So there is a field called data science and data analytics. What these guys do is they take data from organizations and clients, they crunch the data, they get meaningful information out of it, visualize the data, and give the client an overview and predict some certain future plans or products. There's different kinds of problems in machine learning. There's classification, regression. There's many techniques in machine learning as well. There's supervised learning, there's unsupervised learning, there's reinforcement learning. So, have you ever wondered like how games like GTA have cops or like police chase after you when you commit a crime, or people react to you and follow you around? Have you ever thought like how do these things work? So basically behind this there is an AI engine in the game which controls these characters so that they behave to your reactions. So suppose you knock someone over, they say something to you or they curse you. That's basically what AI does inside a game. So these AI engines are pretty good for a game, but then they become redundant. In real life, AI is being used in multiple cases, such as medicine, for detecting diseases and improving scanned results. There are many ways to write machine learning models as well. You could do it in Python. Python is the go-to language for machine learning, as well as R. There's also various frameworks like TensorFlow, which makes work easier and the workflow faster. TensorFlow is a framework developed by Google just for machine learning and AI, which makes workflow of a machine learning engineer way simpler. You don't have to sit and type and define every single function that you want. Machine learning in TensorFlow is way simplified. Machine learning usually requires a lot of computational power, so it's basically done on a GPU for faster performance. But suppose you don't have a GPU to run all these tasks, you could use Google's Colab platform. Colab is an online cloud-based notebook service provided to you by Google, which is extremely fast and reliable. I used to use Colab for completing my machine learning projects in online courses. Presently, my go-to IDE is Visual Studio Code because it has almost all the tools that I need. I could use Jupyter notebooks on it, I could do Java programming on it, I could do web development on it. Let me give you a quick overview of a code on TensorFlow. This is the Colab environment from Google, and on the top right here we have the resource allocator, which shows us the resources available to us on the cloud service. What we do here is we have, okay, as we can see, we have Python 3 backend enabled. So we write our code in each of these cells, and we execute each cell as we go. This is the notebook format of the workflow what most of the people use in ML. So what we do here is we are taking the data in from the MNIST dataset, and now we are defining a model, and the model has a few layers. We have a flattened, dense, dropout, and again another dense layer. And then what we're doing is we're going to be using some certain functions to predict and go ahead with the calculations and go ahead with predicting our model. But the main important function is this loss function here. So in machine learning, we want this function to be as low as possible because the higher the loss, we lose out on the accuracy as well. So we try to reduce the loss as much as possible. So right now we can see that losses are 2.4. So we'll compile the model and we'll see how it goes from there. Now the next step is going to be training the model. So we'll be training the model for 5 epochs. As you can see, the loss and accuracy is being displayed. Watch how the loss and accuracy varies till the 5th epoch. So at the beginning we have like around 0.29 loss and 0.9 as our accuracy. At the end of the 5th epoch we have a loss at 0.07 and accuracy at 0.97. So that's a pretty good result, I suppose. So we'll move ahead from there. And so this is basically what we do in machine learning. We implement models to make our accuracy more and predictions more accurate. Based on the given problem statement, we try to define models, compile them, and then get the output. So all in all, if you've gained some basic knowledge of what machine learning is, or you're interested to go through some of the courses, I'll link them down in the description below. If you've liked the video, please do subscribe and like the channel. Thank you. Signing off.